Hi everyone, Agnes here. I've got a specific person success story for you, and it is from R, and it goes like this. Hi Agnes, I hope you're doing well. I have a success story for you. My SP and I are going very strong, stronger than we have ever been, and I have you to thank for it. Here is how our story goes. We met in our hometown and I felt a strong attraction and a really strong attraction to one another. Unfortunately, he was supposed to leave for the other side of the country a few weeks after we had just met. We saw each other for those few weeks and that was the end of it. I knew I was in love with him and he had no interest in a serious relationship at that time because he was leaving. Funny thing is that after he was gone, I removed him from all social media. And unknowingly, I manifested him into getting in touch with me again. I would tell my best friend at the time, you just watch, this man will come scrambling back to me. And he did. He hit me up a few days after I had removed him from everywhere, and ever since then we continued to nurture our friendship, catching up with each other every few months. Little did I know that I would end up moving to the same small town myself years later. We started seeing each other almost immediately after I came here, and we haven't been apart since then. The problem started when he refused to commit to me. He would act exactly like a very serious boyfriend, but he was afraid of committing. As things are right now, we still aren't officially in a relationship, but I know there are things which are afoot and I will eventually get what I want. The success that I want to celebrate is that of my own inner peace and calm. I suffer from a personality disorder, which makes it difficult for me to maintain relationships. Lack of self-esteem, abandonment issues, and separation anxiety makes it a huge task for me to have long-term friendships and relationships. My childhood was a difficult one, and it has impacted me all my life. I am in therapy right now and medicated, which enables me to stay positive. The last communication I had with you, I said I was on the verge of a breakdown. I was in a very bad place till quite recently, constantly checking my phone, comparing myself to his female friends and his exes, and going over to his place unannounced. It was a terrible and dreadful place to be, and I am glad that I am out of that misery. To be completely honest, I have no idea how I got myself out of that funk. I would meditate for a couple of days and then I would get very miserable again. I felt pathetic and undesired, and I just piled on self-esteem work on top of my existing issues, and it wasn't working. So, as it usually is the case with me, I woke up one day and decided I was going to be happy, and the first step in doing that was deleting all my social media, just like you had advised. Instead of putting in energy into stalking his Instagram, I spent the next couple of days taking care of myself, shifting my focus from active manifestation to just passively enjoying life. I hung out with my roommates and my friends to help me get out of that headspace, and I practiced laughter yoga, staying at work most of the time, sometimes even doing overtime, and I watched so much TV, got my nails done, and basically just took care of myself. I almost immediately had an impact. It almost immediately had an impact on us. He stopped being cold all of a sudden and hasn't stopped gushing over me every second when we spend it together. His attitude towards me has been way warmer and welcoming. He has been taking me out every week, showering me with gifts and love. He wants me to come over every day to his place and is visibly in a bad mood if he doesn't see me for 24 hours, which is in extreme contrast to a couple of months ago when he was asking me not to come over. It is magical. Each time we make love, he gets more and more intimate. His language is very affirming, and so are his actions. Now, I know that to the outside world, this situation might not be ideal. He is yet to commit to me fully and properly, but I know that my energy has a huge impact on him almost immediately. In the meantime, I am focused on myself, my career. I have once again started enjoying being by myself, and I am so thankful to my past self for deleting all forms of social media on which he is present, because God knows I was in a bad place because of it. I spend most of my days doing the things I love. I even manifested the cutest apartment to live in. This hands-off approach has been working for me better than actively going out of my way to focus on it. I have slowly started shifting away from my usual attitude of anxiousness, meditating and doing meditation rampages. I guess I just had to find my pace and discover my own way of doing it. Instead of taking an active approach to it, focusing on only making myself feel better every day has been a fun and creative way of doing it. It makes the process less serious and much more joyful. That being said, I still affirm to myself every day, telling myself that I am the only person I need to care about right now. I am falling in love with myself, and there is nothing this universe can throw my way that would change that. I'm so excited to meet a version of myself that loves me, and with each passing day, I'm getting closer to finding her. Thank you for being part of this beautiful process, Agnes. It has been a pleasure learning from you. All my love and the biggest bear hugs are manageable. That's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, and you had, some work to do from where you started to where you are now. So that is just so inspiring. And I know there are many people that are still in that mindset. And I am thrilled and so pleased and so happy for you. Congratulations. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, before I sign off, I'm going to put the specific person success stories playlist down below. And also, for those of you that are dealing with and working on your childhoods and your inner demons, your inner difficulties, Brandon Bays, who I've mentioned quite a few times before on this channel, and I will put the YouTubes that I discussed her down below as well. She has got a 21-day healing journey YouTube playlist that you can just watch one a day and do. I'm going to put that down below. I have been through it myself. There's some really good bits in it, and I think those of you that might need just a little boost, this might be a wonderful thing to check out. Now, I also did a brand new meditation for you today for those of you that have got someone that's kind of disturbing your peace, and it's about the rubbing out technique and going ahead in time for when what you've got going on here and now with that person that's bothering you, you can go ahead in time and get to the place where you look back and remember when it was happening, but it's not happening anymore. Okay, so I'll put all that down below. Lots of love, and it's a beautiful day. I'm going out for a pistachio ice cream, and I'm going for a walk and to do my affirmations. So lots of love, and I'll see you soon.